Hello, this is Acapella Adventures, episode 00118. We're making tiny bites of solo actual play for our entertainment. This is to test the Punk U module for playing through the dangerous game show, Punk U, a potential story and character funnel for characters in Chrome. Our pre-giant PCs to play through this filming of Punk U for the entertainment of others is making up Team Gee I'm Cagy, under Agent Adrian Drake, residing in Exofabulous. The Gee Cagy comes from Gonzo, Maximus, GM. KG is Kendall and Grant. So far in our playthrough of the Punk U module and shows, the team finished the first film challenge with shots being fired, punches being thrown. Now the action continues to roll on this death game as we explore options for entertainment between filming sessions. We did a Shilling filling, adding support to the team for their efforts. We've got an upcoming meeting in a couple of days. We're building all the characters, hours spent. I know it's a lot of meeting logistics, filling out forms, things. It sounds much worse than it is, but to each their own. I've done this partially because Grant's going to find out things like certain people are doing demolitions, some people are learning new things and abilities, trying to get the whole thing, more vibrant and living, partially because one of the PCs can see these things, so these become PC facing rather than just NPC facing. The GM could go through at the end of multiple experience garnering points where the PCs are not likely to be directly interfacing with the NPCs. So you can do that. You can ignore it unless you've got a character that has abilities to spy upon other characters, which in Chrome is a variety. There's a couple different choices. All right. Characters are going to need to make their leadership roles that start the next day. One of Grant's plans is to cold read people to try and help the team convert random bored people to support them and their show. We're currently working some streets. First food trucks try and drum up support might be interesting. Then after lunch is over, it's like everything just collapsed and disappeared. Not like in a negative way, just like party's over, time to leave. Boop, everybody popped out. And they then were walking the streets and ran across somebody who Gonzo finally managed to impress was tough and savvy enough and cool enough to where he might be interested in things. And so they eventually managed to negotiate and win their way into a poker game where Grant he has a string of luck that would people might be side-eyeing him and wondering if he's actually a fake mystic taking him all for a ride. And Grant isn't even a gambler. He's not really interested in it. But his ability to read people is what he was doing. He was also willing to lose that 2,000 in order to figure out what's going on with these people and how powerful and influential they are. And he just everybody here's kind of okay, except for one gang member who might be, who's halfway competent. So that's what, that's a way he could use his powers. It could be a very interesting development. A fake mystic psychic using his gambling ability. Even if he had a gambling chip, I probably would have made, it probably and that good of a role, it probably could have played a lot more. But doubling your money in a pickup game, not a bad call. All right. Okay, we're going to do one more random encounter. Man, explaining all of this took so long. It's here. I don't need random competency table. I want put all these tables into things so that way other people can see them. Let's see. Let's get 10. Let's see how I can find things in my own head. Okay. Contact. Alright, so one of the characters' contacts, there's plenty, stumbles across the PCs, or calls them, or radios them, or some form of communication. Current contact, what? Let's see. D5. 3. Well, actually, I rolled a 3. So that means a 2. Current contact wants something or needs help. Let's poke at everyone's butt. Gonzo doesn't have much in the way of contacts. You know, I'm going to make it easy because I'm short on time. Let's have Boop. Gonzo has Tree Martin. He's a weapons dealer, but he's the guy who got Gonzo out. And he's a 1-1. So what does he want? Honestly, I think it's going to come to a fight in a social context. Gonzo's not really going to be able to help himself much in this situation because he's 15. I mean, ex-child soldier. Tree is the guy who pulled him out, but he knows what he's doing. He doesn't agree with it. That's the problem. He doesn't like what's going on with this whole situation. He's like, hey, look, he's going to try and talk him out of it. The problem is the contract is very legally binding. And Kendall and Grant are going to both make a roll real quick. We really don't have time for rolls. I want to say they managed to, all three of them managed to talk him around to, look, Gonzo made this choice. He signed the contract. It's legally binding. He's in this situation, and the only way out is through. We can't, he can't back out. There's no way to. And that's the answer. Is that honestly, Kendall's probably going to make a law argument. Grant's probably going to just cold read the guy and figure him out. So that's where we're at. Talk to you later. Have fun. Bye-bye.